Welcome back. All right, so today's game of the day, Canada and Finland. This one was lopsided, then it wasn't, and so we'll see how things go going into, we're going into the quarterfinals on Wednesday. And so we know who Canada's playing. We do not know who Finland's playing yet. That will be decided with tonight's game between Sweden and Germany. So early press by the Finns. Hellenius snow showers Garand, which draws a crowd. Players don't like that a lot. Strong checking by the Finns early as well. Zellweger has a shot that's blocked. The Finns press at 3.5 minutes. The shots were 3-0 in their favor at 4.5 minutes. So again, the Finns came out. They looked really good early. Putio has a chance that's held. The Finns are controlling until the first shot by Canada actually goes in. It's Othman from Zellweger and Bedard at 6:21. They reviewed it to make sure it's a good goal, to make sure the stick was below the crossbar, and it was. They even showed Othman on the bench looking and going, yeah, no, I think that's good. I think it's fine. So yeah, stick below the crossbar. Canada with some momentum. There's a near miss then for Stankoven. Marilainen saves a Gauthier shot. Dufour forces a turnover. Zellweger has a shot that's blocked. Raw was denied. The first 4 shots went to Finland. And the next 4 went to Canada. Thompson shot blocks, rushes, and then fires wide, showing just how good Jack Thompson is. Cooley has a shot that's blocked. Canada goes to the power play. Johnson has one stop. The Finns clear it out, but Canada would score, and it scored on a rebound off the rush by Forster on the power play from Gregg and Cormier at 12 minutes and 14 seconds. So this is a 2-0 lead for Canada in a game that early on it looked like Finns were in control of. Ratu then has a rush chance that's saved. The Finns press to answer. McTavish then with the near miss. Some good back and forth going on. Ratu has a rush chance that's blocked. The Finns press with 3.5 minutes left. Putio has a shot that's saved. The rebound's cleared, but it doesn't get out. But eventually, Canada gets another goal. They score at 17-19. It is Bedard, and Bedard only knows how to score highlight reel goals, and he blasted it. Like he hit that puck like he was mad at that. He was very mad at that. I'm trying to think of like a way to put. Anyways, yeah. He hit it like it owed him money. So Bedard smacks it into the back of the net. McTavish and Cormier with the assists at 17-19. So fast break, it's in the net, and Bedard floored everybody watching that game for that. His 20th goal in 17 games representing Canada on the international front. So, yeah, Bedard looks like he's going to be the #1 pick next year. I'm not sure that anybody else is going to get into that conversation. We get pushing on a stoppage with 1:19 left, and Finland gets on the board before the period's out. It's Hellenius from Vasanen, or Vasanen. No, Vasanen sound. It's fine. It's the only time I'm going to need to say it. So Vasanen gets the assist at 19:03, and that was scored on a turnover. So a little bit of a sloppy play, and Finland makes him pay. Finns then press for another. Lambert was denied. Garand holds out of the first period. 3-1's the score for Canada. And in the second period, it really is all Canada right out of the gate. At 31 seconds, Gregg scores from Zellweger and Roy. So Zellweger on the board with a couple of assists. He would end up with 3 on the day. So Gregg buries the rebound. He beat Ratu to the puck. Ratu out of position because defensive game isn't really his game. Finns then press to answer. Canada shot blocking. Niemela fires one high. Roy has a shot that's held with Gregg right there on the doorstep looking for another. Marilainen had trouble with the next chance, but he did eventually cover it. It was one of those pucks that's kind of rolling around. You got to watch those. The shots are 4-0 for Canada at 4 minutes, and they would keep that up. So Canada gets off to the strong start in the second, where Finland had the strong start in the first. Johnson's denied on a fast break. Marilainen holds with a crowd at the net. Del Mastro nearly coughs it up to Ratu in front of the net. Finland ends up getting themselves a power play. It was 8 for 13 in the tournament coming into this game. So you get that happening for them. Niemela is denied through a screen. Then there's a shorthanded break for Dufour, who was denied. Dufour has looked really good in this tournament. So that power play's killed off 2 shots. Finland 8 for 14 with that kill. The Finns do press after it ends. Bedard then had a rush chance that was saved. Canada presses halfway through the period. Johnson has a blast that's saved. The Finns can't clear it out. The next shot from Ken Johnson was held. Bedard then has a rush chance. Bedard has a rush chance. No, I already said that part. Lambert with a rush sets up a brief press for the Finns. Simon Tyval has a chance to kick aside. Dufour rushes, and his shot is saved. So Dufour with an end-to-end rush. His shot was saved. Near miss then for Waugh. Gauthier with a shot that deflects out. Canada's in control at this point. McTavish is denied on a net drive. Canada gets a power play with 4:27 left. There was a post for McTavish, a goal line stand for Merrilainen, but Canada would score to go up 5-1. It is a power play goal, their second of the game, by McTavish from Zellweger and Johnson. I believe that's 6 different players that have scored a power play goal in this tournament. Canada's got some depth. That's at 16-17. Vero then has a net feed that's blocked as the Finns would try to answer, but after the second period, the score is 5-1. There's not really any doubt in this, but it's Finland. Finland is known for comebacks. Finland is known for overachieving on the international stage. Finland is known for being kind of the ultimate underdog, so you never take the Finns lightly. Early jump in the third was for Canada, near miss for McTavish on a 2-on-1. The Finns score, but Canada protests that the puck hit the mesh. The players, you can see on the replay, the players stopped playing. They saw it hit the mesh. The referees didn't, the linesmen didn't, and more importantly, there isn't a camera that shows the mesh behind the net. I'm as surprised as everybody else. So with there not being an angle showing it hitting the mesh, being kind of obvious it did, but you can't see it hit the mesh, well, the referees can't take that goal off the board. So it counts. They also announced there wouldn't be a penalty because they couldn't see whether or not the puck hit the mesh. So it's one of those weird things where it should have been a delay game call, but by international rules, it doesn't have to be, so there's no penalty on the play, which led to the Finnish coach asking, well, why wouldn't that be a delay game call? So there's that. So the goal counts. It's Kemel from Niemela and Ratu at 3:07. And that goal gave Finland some energy. They're down 5-2, and it definitely knocked Canada off their game for a bit here. So the Finns press, and they draw themselves a power play. Ratu was then denied. They're shoving after the save, and Cooley takes a penalty to make it 1 minute and 1 second of 5-on-3. And it's a 5-minute major for kneeing. So a knee-on-knee hit, it is one of the most dangerous plays in hockey. And as soon as I saw the replay, I would say in the National Hockey League, it might be too. But this is international hockey, the double IHF, whether it's head hits, whether it's boarding, whether it's knee-on-knee, they seem to have a much lower bar for the 5 minutes in a game. They don't put up with that. And I can respect that. And I think, players know that the bar is going to be a little bit lower. So as soon as I saw that play, I said, yeah, that's 5. There wasn't much argument from the announcers watching either that it was 5 in a game. And so now it's 1 minute and 1 second of 5-on-3, followed by about 4 minutes of 5-on-4. So as we get into that, it is 5 minutes. Pudio nearly scores. The whistle saved it there. I wasn't too sure on how much Guerin was in control of that puck, but it wouldn't have been a goal because the whistle went. Kemel then has a shot that's blocked. There was a shorthanded rush by McTavish. That was defended. Järventie with a shot that's blocked. Sabrango gets hurt with a puck to the glove. When I see a guy shot blocking, whether it's intentional or not, with the glove, all I think is watch for broken fingers and or broken hand. It's one of those things that always makes me wince because that has to hurt like hell. So that happens. But again, that's how Sabrango plays the game. So what we get is, right, that happened there. Near miss Pudio. Greg's denied on a shot block, or Greg was dinged on a shot block. Near miss for Ratu. Greg blocks another. Canada clears the crowd with an ovation. And this is where you get Kemel's shot blocked and then the shorthanded rush by McTavish. I skipped a line. It happens. Canada allowed no shots during the 5-on-4. So while you could see them being a little bit rattled after that 5-2 goal counted, they did not allow a goal during that 4 minutes that they were 5-on-4. They allowed a couple during the 5-on-3. 5:55 left. The Finns go back to the power play. Another strong kill, but we get 5-on-3 again for 29 seconds. Dufour with the trip. Canada, they didn't allow any shots during the 5-on-4 and had some momentum, and that went away. So we get a post for Kemel during the 5-on-3. Then he fires one high, but Järventie ends up scoring the power play marker from Kemel and Hemosalmi at 16:23 to make it 5-3 for Canada. So now Finland's within a couple of goals. And that was just as the Finns had pulled their goaltender, and Garand just can't quite get that. It ends up in the back of the net. With 2:32 left, Canada ices the puck. Well, you know what happens there. Finland's going to pull the goaltender. So they go 6-on-5 at 18-13 after some tense moments in their own zone. It is an empty netter for Canada that makes it 6-3. It's due for from Ostapchuk and McTavish to make it that 3-goal lead again and give Canada a little bit of breathing room. They win this one 6-3. In the end, it wasn't as pretty as they wanted it to be, but they win it. They finish first. They will play Switzerland on Wednesday, the Swiss having beaten us Austria earlier today to earn that spot. Finland will play the losing team between Sweden and Germany. I want to say, well, clearly that'll be Germany, but yeah, you never know. Germans have been able to pull off some upsets in recent years, so we'll just have to see. The shots in this one were 10 apiece in the first, 20-6 Canada in the second, and then 9-7 Finland in the third. I mean, they spent most of the period on the power play. So the final shots are 37-25 for Canada. At one point during the second period, the total shots were roughly 2-1 in favor of Canada. Your players of the game for Finland, Aleksi Heimosalmi is the player of the game. And for the Canadian team, it is Ottawa prospect Ridley Gregg. So Järventi's on the board, Gregg's on the board. If you're a Sens fan, you had a good time watching this game because you got to see a couple of forwards who might be pushing their way for NHL jobs this year or next year, having pretty good games. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below regarding this game. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you're browsing your way through, you just happen upon this video. I think this is the first video I've ever done wearing the 1972 Team Canada look. And there you go. It's even says Canada on the back rather than name or anything. So there you go. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.